up and joining our free webinar of July. It is finally summer here in Netherlands. I'm at home in my house, so very warm, sunny evening greetings from the Netherlands. And yeah, I welcome you all, some new faces and some very well-known faces. Beautiful to see you all. And especially I want to give thanks also to part of the team who is present here for the good work and the support. And I start with Camelia. Say hello and say whatever fills your heart to say.
Hello, everybody. Nice to see you here. Yes, I'm working with Regina many years already, 7 or something. And yes, I'm very happy to have this free webinar preparing our retreat in August. And not only, we have also New Year retreat and other trainings we'll have in the future. So, yes.
Yeah, thank you. And then I invite Sonia. Say hello and say a few words if you can.
Yes, sure. I just cannot switch on the camera at the moment because I have technical issues. So, hi everybody. I'm also happy to join this webinar, and I support Regina in terms of marketing and everything. And I'm also really curious what the next month bring, and yeah, also that you all have joined, and I think we will have a great evening.
Thank you, Sonia. And then I invite Charles.
Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to connect again under Regina's guidance and wisdom. I work with the team as creative direction and publicity and content. And I come to you also as a steward of the new earth to work together to spread love, compassion, and to convey and exemplify the values of living together in a holistic and interconnected community.
Thank you very much, Charles. And then Sophie, our youngest team member and newest team member.
Hello, everybody. It's nice to see you here all this evening. I have worked with Regina also a few years now. And I'm participating as an assistant, and I will also bring my guitar. So I'm also there for singing together and expression through the voice.
Thank you very much, Sophie. So yeah, so let's get started. I will start screen sharing with my PowerPoint, and I will give input. We will have some meditation, some creative exercise, and sharing also. So make yourself comfortable, I would say, where you sit at the moment, and yeah, enjoy the input. I really offer this from my heart, and it's a way of giving away also to the world. My life experience as an elder, I would say, elder medicine woman, and giving away from the heart to everybody. So this webinar, just to give you a little outline, I will cover a specific aspect that is kind of at the core of our vision and mission, which is dedicated to learn to care for all relations. And this will be the core topic of this today, which I call that can lead and help us to intimate wholeness as humanity on earth. And then in the second part, we will have a guided meditation exercise and sharing. And then in the third part, I will give concrete outlooks also on our August retreat, New Year retreat, and other new informations that we have to share. So stay tuned for that. I want to start with a little grounding, somatic exercise. So make yourself comfortable. If you can, close your eyes and at least don't look into screen. We don't need to look at each other in this moment. And just imagine that you just breathe, and to get started, you could also stand up if you feel like, but you can also stay sitting. And I invite you, for all of us, that we imagine to stand under a shower of golden light. Just a shower of golden light streaming through you and cleansing our energy field, regenerating and refreshing us from the day that we had, and whatever does not serve us can be washed away and be taken back to the earth. So let's just have in silence a few moments of this shower of golden light, and imagine that this water also will really be soaked into your body, in every cell of your body, and that you can bring that golden light in every cell of your body and connecting your light with that golden light of that shower. And then imagine that moment. Sometimes I think we all might sing under the shower or hum a nice song or poem. So imagine we're all standing under that shower of golden light and feel like singing or humming a prayer. I mean this as a universal prayer, no dogma here, but just like a universal, all-encompassing love. So imagine you stand under the shower and I read that poem to you while you are showering in golden light and filling your body with golden light. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be free. May my friends be happy. May my friends be peaceful. May my friends be free. May my enemies be happy. May my enemies be free. May my enemies be peaceful. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be free. And let that be soaked with golden light in every cell of your body to reach a state of harmony and balance. And then take a good breath and open your eyes and become conscious again of the here and now, how you sit here and how we share that sacred circle. Whenever I teach on Zoom, I also call in a sacred circle and see this as a sacred space where we all meet virtually. And in my tradition of Mexican, Native Indian, shamanic tradition, I would like to do an invocation for protection and guidance in that sacred circle for these 2 hours that we spend together. Again, if you can close your eyes and really listen inwards and look inwards and connect with your deeper consciousness. So I call in and open the sacred circle for our webinar for the next 2 hours, that we are safe and protected and guided. I call in the 4 sacred directions, the East, the element of fire, the masculine force, grandfather sun, sister moon, the power of illumination and enlightenment. It is the world of the humans, the red, black, white, yellow and rainbow métis humans. I call in the south the element of the water. Water is life. It is the power of the plants, including the teacher plants, the sacred medicines. And it is the power of truth and trust and innocence. Be here now. It is also the place of Quetzal, Mother Goddess of Beauty, the feminine force. I call in the west the earth, the place of harvesting the abundance of the earth. It is Grandmother Earth, Grandmother Planets. It is the birth of the raven, the place of the raven who brings us magic and mystery. It is the place and the power of intuition and introspection. Be here now, and including the world of the minerals. And then I call in the north, the element of the air, wind. It is the place of wisdom, knowledge and memory. It is the place also of Quatl, the Earth Father, Holy Ghost, who brings together earth and the heavens in Quetzalcoatl. We here now. And I call in the center, which is the unity, oneness, where everything is integrated. It's also the place of the human life, including intimacy and sexuality. This is the medicine wheel. I call in all ancestors who love and support us, all power animals, spirit guides, master teachers, sentient beings. I call in the sun, the moon, the stars, the star nations, all cycles, rhythms and elements of nature. I call in the little people, the Lelequi, and all sacred medicines to support our healing work always for the greater good, for the benefit of all. So may it be. Aho. So here we are, Birthing an Ancient Future is a vision that was transmitted to me or is transmitted to me and that we are trying to bring into the world. It is manifold with practice and teachings and trainings, research, education in its widest sense. And I would call it is groundbreaking in its comprehensive and vastness of an approach, where one specific aspect or one core aspect I am emphasizing today in this free webinar. Overall, Birthing an Ancient Future is a multidimensional, transgenerational approach with the goal to develop and educate a conscious way of living, which only can we do together in global communities, local communities. The more we can awaken to our interconnectedness, the more we can experience this as a way of intimacy, also what we humans call love and compassion. It is a path of the heart and with heart. It requires humans awakening the heart, that we can feel, which is the gift of the humanity, that we can feel this interconnectedness in a human way, but then moving in a much wider understanding of caring for all relations. From my background, I'm a clinician, I'm a shamanic practitioner, and a student of shamanic traditions since a long period, more than 30 years. I have studied the world religions, mystic traditions, Tibetan Buddhism, Hinduism when I lived in India, West African shamanic traditions. And at the moment, my focus is on Mexican, native Indian traditions. But I'm absolutely a bridge person. I'm bridging and integrating the approaches with the goal to arrive in the center of the circle with wholeness and unity in oneness, but just coming from different traditions and different directions. So the core topic today and the whole core understanding of Birthing an Ancient Future can be put into one sentence or one term, which is Mitakuye Oyasin. It is a native Indian terminology which we can translate as all are related, all my relations, all my relatives, which means way beyond our family or blood. It means all relatives of all life on earth and in the whole universe. And it has exactly that connotation that we emphasize. It needs to go through the heart. It is not something that we think with the mind. We need to feel it through the heart. So Mitakuye will be our core topic, and I will invite you also for experiences to maybe come closer to this terminology or concept that I find groundbreaking, an ancient concept that I find groundbreaking to guide us into the future evolution of humanity and all life forms here on Earth and in the whole universe. Mitakoyo Yasin can be found in many native Indian traditions, not limited to one. It's often cited by Lakota, also Navajo, but I would rather say we can find that concept also worldwide in shamanic traditions. And it reflects the worldview of interconnectedness with the emphasis of awakening the heart and understanding through the heart. All my relations includes everything, all the worlds that I did now invoke in my opening invocation prayer, the mineral world, the plant world, the human world, and the animal world. It includes the sun, the moon, the stars, the planets, the galaxies out there in the universe. It especially includes all elements of nature, and it includes especially also the cycles and the rhythms of nature, including also astrology and how all the stars and galaxies move and the earth moves around the sun and the moon and the stars. So it is much, much wider compared to what we understand in modern world as all my relations, usually only limited to our own family, not even including already ancestors. So this is what I want to present today, and this is my vision since many decades, and I would understand this is probably the calling, what I incarnated for. This is my life's work, my life's contribution, which was like initiated and activated in my survival of the tsunami. Many of you here know. I will not go into details, but just to mention, I had a full-blown near-death experience. I experienced a moment where I felt being one with everything, also being one with the tsunami. And in that moment, this all-encompassing interconnectedness was awakened in me. So today I can clearly say, this picture, this is what I'm here for, and this is what I can offer to the future generations to make our world a better place, coming from many different places. I'm a clinician, I'm a scientist, I'm a shamanic practitioner. I work very much with music and art, artistic expression, in order to come closer to this much wider understanding of interconnectedness. Mitakoye Oyasin refers to interconnectedness, that all exists, plant, animal, minerals, includes the elements such as rain, wind, and lightning. Honoring all phenomena in these ways allows us to appreciate not just the sky, nature, and all living beings, but the rhythms and the cycles of the natural world. We can tap into the native Indian concept, all my relations, and appreciate that fact. Everything is connected to everything else, making that truly one family. It's also often called one world, with all the worlds beyond just only humans. From the origins of the universe to the evolution of life on Earth, we can celebrate our shared origins. And the more we can awaken our heart to feel that, the more naturally our compassion is enhanced to naturally want to care for all relations and all expressions of life. Mitakoye Oyasin has to come through the heart, from heart to heart. In shamanic traditions, we always speak about that for humans, it has to go through the heart. Our understanding, our actions have to go through the heart. And here I want to give a little video clip about a native Indian, to give a taste about, to hear a native Indian voice talking about Mitakoye Oyasin, and I will then catch up further.
My name is Dave Swallow Jr. I was born on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation and lived there all my life, In the Lakota way, my name is Wawita Yuhamani, which translates into walk with pride. I was given that name by my Lakota people The message that I'm supposed to bring is the message we call Mitakuye Oyasni. Mitakuye Oyasni is a Lakota word meaning all my relations, all my relatives, which includes the tree, the earth, the sky, the air, the water, everything. And all the four-leggeds and things that crawl, and the two-leggeds and things that fly. The Creator made all of this, and each one of them has a purpose here on this earth. That is why we call it Mitakuye. When you die, you don't know what you're going to become of, but when you leave this world, your body returns to the earth to fertilize it again. So it could be part of the grass, part of a herb, part of a medicine, part of a tree, part of something, like that. Today I'm talking about my spiritual life. My spiritual life as a Mitakuye. For instance, this land here, I'm talking here on the Black Hills, the sacred land of my grandfathers and their grandfathers. And today when I come through here, all the buffaloes were gone, and my ancestors were gone. And there were many roads and fences and many cows. And my own land, I cannot go nowhere because I seen posted of no trespassing. And it hurts my heart to see it says this land is for sale. My own land. My grandfather said this is a sacred place, a holy place, the heart of Mother Earth. Then I seen them cutting trees for nothing because they're going to build a road here in the Black Hills again. My great ancestors, my grandfathers and their grandfathers, Crazy Horse, they wanted to preserve this land for their grandchildren, which is us. They don't want no roads. They don't want no wire, no fence, nothing. When the first time Columbus came, this was land of free. Land of free. There was no tax. There was no ordinances, only the laws of the Creator. So today, I'm very happy to come here, then I feel sad again. Because today we were placed on a small reservation known as Shannon County. And my people learned European ways, so they steal from one another and hate one another and cheated one another, stole one another's wife, money, car, and they fight about whose land and trespassing and all that. See? And that is not a Lakota way. And the Lakota way, first you have to think about, see the person's heart. You got to see the heart, and understand that man, that human. Because that person was made by the Creator. He was made by Creator. Creator made a red man and a black man, a yellow man and a white man. 4 men he made. He didn't make a Catholic and Episcopal. He didn't make none of these. This world is made in the beginning a spiritual world, not a religious world. Spiritual and religious is 2 different things that a person has to understand. See? So when he made these men, they made them as brothers, all of them, the medicine wheel. See? So when we're going to talk about and say, Mitakuye Oyasni, all my relations, we have to mean it from here. We cannot go back with a fly spray and spray the cockroach. That's against the laws of the Creator. You must justify why you want to kill an insect, why you want to kill a snake, why you want to kill another human being, why do you want to take the tree down? What does it say to you? So this is when we're going to talk about Mitakuye Oyasni. It's all over the world. I traveled this world. And the message I bring is the mitaku I ask. See? All my relations, all my relatives, that's it, like that. In the real spiritual way, there's no criticism, there's no racial, there's no discrimination, anything in the spiritual way. So if you're going to be a spiritual person, you better be a spiritual person. And otherwise, if you're not going to be spiritual, don't come around spiritual. Simple. As simple as yes and no. That's it. Simple as that. Because we are the seventh generation. The seventh generation of mixed bloods. That's who we are. There's only few originals, aboriginals. You know, my wife, Nyla, she's one of the aboriginals. And her grandfather, Samuel Halper, was in the Wounded Knee Massacre. But Samuel Halper survived that massacre. That is why my wife is here. And that is evidence right there. See? So when we're going to say Mitakwe Ase, Mitakwe Ase, we're going to have to come from your heart, you know. Not from your tongue or not from your mind, you know. Because today, the seventh generation is the last generation. After this, there is no more generation. The future is here, present, right here. And like the prophecies have said, fire starts all over. Not this forest fire, this wars. You know, they awakened the beast. And now the beast is up. And it's going to make its round, and the last stop it's going to stop is here on this turtle island. And that's the time it is going to be important whether you're spiritual or you're a Republican government. It's going to be very important. Because where they awaken the beast is when the two towers fall down. Crazy Horse once said, on the June month, 1876, somewhere back there, and his last one, he said, they become brighter than day, he said, and great ashes fall from sky and cover the earth. He said. The next morning, God's children live again, he said. Where the new grass grew and the water was clear, he said, a new day has come. That's what he said. Now we are here. When he says day become brighter than day, what does he really mean? You know? And when he said, great ashes fall from sky, cover the earth. This is right here. See? Nostradamus' prediction is over there. Creator put this man in each continent to predict what's going to happen. See? And this is now. But they don't want to listen to this Indian because he's an uneducated Indian. You know. This Indian, they think they have a mental problem because he speaks to the air and he speaks to the rocks and trees and everything that's around. See? You know, I hope you get this message. Because when the day has come and when it gets closer, they said, we're going to sing with our ancestors. And we're going to dance with our ancestors. And after that, we're going to live with our ancestors. See? So, Mitakwe covers.
Thank you to the Lakota elder and the original voice. Yeah, so here we are, humanity on Earth in that situation of world crisis for quite a long time. And where are we going and how can we come together to change the world for a better place? In my understanding, I would say this is the key. Mitakwe Asin, that we awaken through the heart to all relations. And that life, all life forms, can evolve further in ways that we don't even know yet. So here we are as humans with the task, and we can say maybe also our burden, that we have free will, that we have to take choices. I would say it is the opportunity to evolve further through responsibility. We have the possibility to choose as humans, as the only species here on that planet, and that comes with that responsibility to care for all relations through our heart. This is the vision and the mission, and this is the contribution that we are developing from Birthing an Ancient Future. And the vision is to integrate traditions from all directions and not limited to one dogma, or especially, of course, not limited to modern science, but to integrate the ancient wisdom, as I always say, and modern science, and contribute to further evolution. I have been considered, that's a quote from Richard Wagamese, I have been considering the phrase, all my relations, for some time now. It's hugely important. It's our saving grace in the end. It points to the truth that we are related, we are all connected, we all belong to each other. The most important word is all, not just those who like me, sing like me, dance like me, speak like me, pray like me, or behave like me. All my relations. It means every person, just as it means every blade of grass, rock, mineral, and creature. We live because everything else does. What a beautiful quote, and what a passion in I would say, summarizing what all relation can mean for us here. I talk a lot about Seeke Jung. I'm expert in Seeke Jung archetypal psychology. Today this is not a focus, but of course I want to mention the quote that I always mention. Seeke Jung in the 1920s predicted and wrote that we in the modern world, and especially in the Western world, we are suffering from a dissociative disorder. We have become too over-individualized in our development and have become too disconnected from that concept of interconnectedness. So we are here building the bridge between the ancient wisdom and modern sciences with Metakui Yassin. The background of all our work is drawing on many different fields, as I said, clinical, scientific, but as a philosophical framework, we draw on transpersonal psychology and all associated fields, which already gives us such a framework as a, let's say, a comparably young modern discipline, transpersonal psychology, but of course drawing on all the ancient wisdom traditions, already encompasses such a concept of interconnectedness and such an understanding that we need to integrate all dimensions, body, mind, spirit, culture, society, nature, and the universe at large. So here we have a lot to offer. I'm specialized in transpersonal psychology, as many of you are here also. And I'm active since more than 20 years in transpersonal associations worldwide. So here we have a concept that is adaptable and flexible enough that can build actually a bridge between ancient wisdom traditions and modern science. A specific opportunity here, an advantage in such a framework, is also that we can integrate a transgenerational perspective which goes in two directions. It goes backwards to connect with our ancestors, where we come from, beyond the bloodline, we can say all ancestors of all life forms, and learn from that and heal also from that. We can look at historical patterns of certain societies and cultures, especially also very important to learn about our own culture and society where we are born and live right now. And then this perspective goes also into the future, our future generations, our children and future children, and our future generations that we don't even know yet how the world will be, to anticipate, and with all the actions that we do right now, to say, how can we contribute together to actually make the world a place where future generations can be born and can blossom and grow further in ways that we don't know yet. And this is the concept of 7 generations, also what this Lakota elder cited in this little video, at least to think and act in 7 generations, backwards and forwards. That's like a core pillar that we draw on in here in Birthing an Ancient Future. So when we awaken through the heart to this all-encompassing interconnectedness, that will create a feeling of intimacy, feeling intimately connected through the heart, through our feelings as humans, with the world around us, and developing a natural level of compassion for the well-being of all, which is also the prayer that I offered in the beginning, the Buddhist prayer of may all beings be happy. Another scholar that I appreciate very much, Barbara Max Hubbard, also specialized in spiritual and philosophical frameworks. She coined the term also that we are in this world crisis situation in a birthing process of a new world that we can call a new world or a new paradigm of science, and that we also call here in Birthing an Ancient Future, we call it stewards of a new earth, and I will come to that in a moment. So the metaphor of being in a birthing process has a very valuable qualities to actually connect in an embodied way to that process of not knowing. We are not fully born yet into this new paradigm. We are in the birthing process, and we all can be midwives of this birthing process of a new world and a new paradigm. That would lead to the second part of guided meditation. But very briefly, I want to ask, are there any first questions, comments, before we go then in the experiential guided meditation? And if so, raise your hands, and then you can open your mic and ask. If not also okay, then I will explain the guided meditation. Then we have a little tiny break, if you need a toilet break, to be relaxed for the guided meditation. Yeah. So in that guided meditation, in the first part, I will guide you into a like shamanic journey, like a short meditation, and then we all together will listen to a piece of music to deepen our guided meditation. Exactly on that concept of Mitakoi Yasin, how you can delve deeper into that concept of being interconnected with all relations in this expanded version as I presented to you. And it will be good if you can have a piece of paper and at least a pen, or even a few color crayons will be super, because after the piece of music in silent meditation, I will invite you for a very quick creative expression of your experience, and then we go into sharing. So what you need, maybe a glass of water, a paper and a pen, or color crayons, and let's come back in 4 minutes, and then we will start with the guided meditation. Okay, and I hope everybody is back and ready for kind of 20 minutes or even less a meditation. So I invite you to sit comfortably, and if you can, close your eyes, or at least you don't need to look in the screen or not look at each other. And to feel safe and protected and guided in our sacred circle. And I'm holding the space and protecting the space for everybody. So, while you sit there in your chair, imagine that, put your feet on the ground, both feet next to each other on the ground, and imagine just with breathing you can extend the roots of yourself, of your own being into under the earth, and connect with the earth and all the roots in the earth. And symbolically connecting with everything that is included in all relations. And I'll summarize briefly for you. So all my relations go through the heart. So breathe in your heart, and from your heart, breathe down into your legs, and through your legs, the roots, your roots into the earth. To open to a bigger feeling of interconnected consciousness that we all have anyways. It is more that we need to allow it, to feel it, and to awaken to that interconnectedness that includes the human world, the plant world, the mineral world, the animal world. It includes the cycles and rhythms of nature and of the whole universe, all the planets and the stars, all elements of nature. It includes the earth, grandmother earth, and it includes grandfather sun and moon, sister moon, and the stars, the heavens. And for us humans, we connect the heavens and the earth in our body, through our body. We connect the spiritual world, which is called the Nagual world in shamanism, and we connect the matter, our body, with our spirit and with all living forms around us. It includes also all master teachers, enlightened beings that can guide us, all ancestors of all life forms, all ancestors of humanity and beyond that planet. It includes all sacred medicines and the teleloquy, the little people. It includes the weather, the rain, the wind, the thunder and the lightning, tsunamis, volcanoes, and that we are all one, that we are one world in all that we are one family. And when we can awaken to that, all-encompassing interrelatedness through our heart, that naturally we can care for each other and we can co-create together a new harmony, a new balance. We can co-create a new peace on earth. This is what I invite you for in this meditation. Now I will not talk anymore, and I will play this piece of music to give space, about 10 minutes, to meditate on that. And then afterwards, immediately afterwards, make a little drawing in the way you can. And then I invite you to move your body a little bit and breathe. Take some deeper breaths and slowly open your eyes and immediately go in a very quick drawing, beyond 1 minute, not to think about it. Whatever your heart wants to express right now based on this meditation. And Kami, you can prepare the breakout rooms probably already. And with the drawing also we invite you to give it a title, like as if it is an artwork, to give your artwork a title in your own words. Then you can find the clothing of your drawing, write the title of your artwork, and then we invite you in breakout rooms to have a brief sharing in pairs, 5 minutes each. Kami, 10 minutes will be enough. After 10 minutes you come automatically back into the big Zoom room, and so in pairs it's easier to share a little bit of your experience and maybe some new insights, or what touches your heart, what stands out for you right now. And of course, be self-responsible. Share what you feel to share and keep in your heart what you want to keep in your heart. But I would say let's have heart-to-heart connection and communication in the pair sharing. And after 10 minutes, we see you back here in the big room. Enjoy the sharing.
So Laura, Mihai, and Sonia, you have a button on your screen. You need to press join, so you can join the room. Mihai, you are in the room 4 with Laura. So Laura, please press join. And Sonia, you are in room 6. Please press join.
Maybe Sonia is not there. Could be also, yeah.
So then I will move somebody. Okay, I'll move Christiana to 5. Okay.
Okay. And stop recording and put it on again, yeah? Collective healing and planetary healing. So the mushroom is one substance that we use amongst other substances. Just as one example, I'm engaged in Europe in the pioneers of psychedelic science, psychedelic research, development of psychedelic therapy. However, my focus at the moment is really the use for psychospiritual development. And in that way, for example, mushrooms are legal in Netherlands and Portugal for personal use. And in that way, we use it as a way or as a psychospiritual practice of potentially supporting the development. Psilocybin is comparably good to handle. Of course, there are always generally contraindications also. Psychedelics is not for everybody. I'm very experienced for many decades in this work, and mushrooms is really like one major calling of the plant medicine that I work with. And in research, neuroscientific research, we have also these very groundbreaking results how the psilocybin can enhance the neuroplasticity, the brain connectivity, that we actually develop new connections in the brain. That usually is described with people of feeling more, being more connected to emotions, and naturally being much more connected to the environment and the nature around us. And in that way, we can utilize that in a very positive way. The work of integration is really very dear to my heart. I developed with the Mind Foundation for Psychedelic Science in Berlin. Integration program did teach that for many years, and have developed my own kind of protocol also for integration work. That's very important to deepen all kinds of experiences through integration, not only psychedelics. Here again, we work a lot with the body through body movement, also expression, creative expression through drawings, as we did now, very simple work of creative expression, but also like voice, poetry, storytelling, and a lot of work in nature. This will be our December retreat. It's very special, actually. It's like it's developed. We developed like a sacred pilgrimage. In Portugal is so-called the Stonehenge of Portugal. Is in the middle. It's near Évora in central Portugal. It's a Neolithic site. It's actually even much older. It's 7,000 years before Christ, compared to Stonehenge, which is like 2,000 years old before Christ. And we will visit that sacred site for meditations. And then the old city, the ancient city of Évora, where we can see Roman temples and Gothic church cathedrals. And so we do kind of a spiritual pilgrimage there with prayers and spending time in nature. And then the next day, which is then the day into the new year, 31st of December, the big ceremony, plant medicine ceremony into the new year. We did that last year also in Portugal in another place. It was one of my most beautiful experiences so far, actually, experiencing New Year in such a way. And it was a very high vibration that we were able to co-create. So that's definitely a very, very special event also. And a very dear friend and colleague from the USA will come and teach with me on tantric and spiritual approaches to intimacy. So it will be very rich for sure, and with live music always. Then the personalized retreats I see as important to really, we need to develop enough understanding about our own patterns, our own biography, those of our parents, grandparents, ancestors, in order to transform it and to awaken to actually the interconnectedness beyond our blockages and limitations. This we offer on demand. You can send an email if you're interested and can get more information from us. Then also some other information. I also teach worldwide at universities and in psychotherapy trainings, and now I'm invited in Sophia University, where I actually did my first part of my PhD, of my doctorate in transpersonal psychology in California. Now they invited me for a keynote also in August, actually during our retreat in Portugal. If you're interested, there's also online participation possible. I'm sure there will be many interesting talks and contributions. Then another conference where I'm involved as co-chair and as board of directors of the Transpersonal Association is in Oxford in September. For sure will be very rich. Also online participation is possible. If you are interested, just Google the conference name Creative Bridges. You will find a lot of good links. For that, I'm looking forward to see many colleagues and friends there also. And another conference in Berlin, maybe also interesting for the German speaking. I think it will be German, English, Romanian, because it is actually a Romanian organization, Transpersonal Association. I teach many years also in Romania. I'm vice president of this Transpersonal Association, and for the first time will be conference in Berlin, the symbiosis of love and sexuality. I will give a talk and workshop also on the concept that I talked today, intimate interconnectedness. So if you're interested in that, you can Google that one also. And last but not least, I want to cite also some scientific background to that concept, coming from especially quantum physics, based on Erwin Laszlo's work. Some of you will know him also. And he coined that terminology they had in February, a conference actually. He coined that term, humanity's sacred mission, restoring our evolution to the planet. And that's very much in line what I'm talking about. He's very much coming from spiritual traditions and quantum physics, a very thinking, modern thinking approaches, system thinking approaches, string theories, etc. And I would say I bring probably the feminine part to it. I bring the yin part, he's the yang part. I bring the yin part, a very earth-based, divine feminine perspective that I bring in my work, and as you heard today also in my talks. So if you are interested, and this is his latest book, I can highly recommend. It came out last year only. The Great Upshift. Humanity is coming advanced toward peace and harmony on the planet. And one quotation, upshifting to a peaceful and cooperative world is humanity's sacred mission. It is the mission of a conscious living species to safeguard the presence of life on Earth and to advance the evolution of the consciousness associated with all life. I like this very much, and I see this kind of masculine counterpart to my earth-based feminine perspectives. And it's all about community. We cannot do that alone. So in our work and also for our future events and activities that we are creating, global community, local community is really a key word. And I want to really emphasize this website here also is amazing work what they are doing, community weaving org, and they develop a lot of like tools, resources, frameworks. How can we actually bring people together? And I just want to give that as a little input today. Very simple. They also basically draw on shamanic traditions in their framework. The fire, with which values can we actually come together and bring people together? Then the weaving, the web, what relationships and how can we actually hold our communities together? Then the rhythms of nature and the rhythms of our community needs rituals to connect. That's what we did today also in this webinar. And then we need circles and what roles can we take and what can we contribute. And then the whole process can be seen as a spiral development, which includes individual, collective, and planetary movements. I like this very much as a framework, as an emphasis on actually really saying, hey, yeah, how can we move into local communities coming together for such a vision, and how can we even come together on a global level? And this is very much our work behind the scenes right now. We are working on developing such a training where I kind of gave a little bit of in a nutshell, some of the content, what we call to become stewards of the new earth. It will be a program, a training around that stewardship for the new earth on a level of a coaching, education, activist program. And then our retreats will be the in-person trainings, intensives in Portugal, and individual coaching sessions in the Netherlands. So here we invite you to stay tuned for this kind of further events. And on our webpage, just go to our webpage, www.birthing an ancient future, and you can subscribe to our newsletter to easily stay tuned. And there you find also all our retreats, detailed informations, and how you can apply for participation and register for the retreats and further events. So thank you very much. I stop sharing here to see you one more time, all of you. And we have some moments left, I think, to say, okay, any questions, comments, feedback, wishes that you would like to share here, then now is the time to have a few moments of question and answers or whatever else could be shared.
I just want to say I'm the first time in this group, and I live in Holland, but I see a lot of Romanian name, and I'm born in Romania. So I believe there is a beautiful energy there. So I think the more we come in this kind of communities that are really international, the faster we will bring the
Yes.
the future that we hope for.
Yes, super.
So I want to thank you for doing this.
Yes, thank you, Corina. Nice to meet you, and subscribe to our newsletter, then you stay tuned.
I have.
Great. Hello. Yeah. Some other sharing. A heart is also okay. Thank you, Sonia. Yeah.
Maybe
Yes.
I share something.
Yeah.
So I participated in several ceremonies led by Regina. Thank you. And I just wanted to share that through these ceremonies and through this way of coming together in community, I started to feel a small part maybe, but I started to feel what it is to be interconnected with nature, with humans, and with all. So thank you.
Thank you, Florinda. Yes, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's really happening, I would say. And I always say, and yes, it's really possible. And actually, it is this, I always say also in ceremonies, often I say, can you open your heart a little more? Can you open your heart a little more? Can you take a little step further to open your heart? That's actually like, I think that's really the medicine, and everything else naturally follows then, or can follow when we allow it, and when we open our spaces for that. Yes. Yeah. So. Carita is writing as she entered the webinar very late. Yes, it's okay. It is what it is. You are welcome, Carita.
She's asking if she can see the recording afterwards.
Yes, we will make it available on our webpage. Yes, please check it in some days. Yeah, good question, actually. Yes, yeah, it will be on the webpage. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Okay, so I suggest we close the sacred circle. Imagine we're sitting in a sacred circle. And just look around one more time and acknowledge everybody with respect and love. Thank you for your attention and your presence. And I wish you all a beautiful evening onwards. And I hope to see some of you again, or all of you. We will have another free webinar in the fall then. Now is a little bit of a summer break, but everything else you find in the newsletter and on the webpage. And yeah, thank you to the team. Thank you to Anastasia. Thank you to Florinda, who also helps. And the team is growing and the participants are growing. So thank you very much for everything. And see you another time.
Thank you, too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.